I love that spacebar slap.
I gotta make it loud.
Yeah, it does help me.
Good. I'm glad.
Hi everyone. Welcome back. We're back for more Second Blood Part 4, whatever the fuck I called it last time.
Well, now we're
And
on
we
6.
can go to Boggy. Yeah. We can go to Boggy Isle. That's fucking retarded.
Usopp's mouth hanging open distracted me.
Yeah, same. It really does, right? I know that feel. So you've heard me talk about this island before. It is fucking horrifying. Literally. The skull jokes really always get me. They're just so fucking good.
Really make you think.
Alright, Island Tree. It's fucked up. There's like... If you notice, it's raining and you can't hear any other sound effects like walking around. Also, much FPS lag. As you will probably see, FPS drops are real.
Yeah.
They thought it was good to release the game like this. I just want to point that out. If I were to guess, we're looking at 20 FPS right now, or 19, like something.
I am the master of low FPS recordings.
This island is obviously kind of like inspired by, you know, the Gecko Moria arc.
Yeah.
And all the enemies we're going to be fighting here are zombies. And remember I talked about keeping those salt balls for Island 3?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
I remember.
I'm not going to spoil for what we're going to need them. But I did say they were usable items.
I have a bit of an inkling on how you might use them.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it under my hat.
You fucking asshole. Now what the fuck are we gonna talk about?
Mercy?
Oh no.
I couldn't resist. I did okay last episode.
You, you did.
Yeah, us with our old memes, we're basically the people who refuse to upgrade from Windows XP.
In a way.
In a way, we are.
We are that which we hate. Yeah.
Although to be fair, like
welcome to the
like
plan.
in its heyday, Windows XP was just fine.
So you're saying this Philips CDI was a great console?
Yes.
Alright, I get you. Okay, so that was a good recording. We'll see you guys next episode.
But
we're done here for today.
I will say I don't want to upgrade to Windows 10. I'm
okay,
savage,
I have
I
Windows
know.
10. It's fucking retarded sometimes. It's not that bad, really. But it's dumb. So this is the point where I figured, okay, these battles are so boring. Let me just speed them up.
That's probably the best way to handle it, really.
Yeah.
Just so long as you don't,
Cutting them completely.
if you don't get a copyright strike.
Oh no, that's why I'm using video game music, really.
Okay.
Plus, that was from Pokemon Colosseum.
Pokemon.
Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. Yeah, that's some flashback for you. Oh boy. But this island though, it's something else. The enemies get an insane HP upgrade. Like the zombies are way stronger than they were in the first game on Island 2. Also,
those ones with the shields
there's-
looked. Yeah, that's damned annoying that they block so many of your attacks.
Oh yeah, and don't even think you can like penetrate it. You have to kill the shield. So since I've been missing out on some items, since they still haven't fixed it, I decided to convert some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which is rather annoying. I wish it would prompt you like, oh hey, you picked up an item you can't hold, so we're gonna give you the option first to convert some shit so you don't lose the item.
Right.
Nope. It does that when you catch a bug or a fish, but it doesn't when you just pick it up. As you can see, I just used a shit ton of moves on them and they still didn't die. And he still has his shield, by the way. Also, one of our moves reached level 20, which is the maximum we can get on this difficulty.
Hey, well, that's something.
I believe the max it goes up to is 30, but you need to be on the highest difficulty.
And why? And why would we? Why?
Look, they it's so obvious they artificially and like lengthen the game with that, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you can grind your moves, but we're gonna put a cap on how high you can level them, so you can't just one-shot your way through the game.
It might be forgivable if it had an online mode.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Also, I don't think there's any way to play Wii games anymore online. Since, you know, the Wii thing shut down on, like, 2014 or something. There's probably a way. There's always a way. There's homebrew ways, no doubt, of getting online. But it's sad to see, like, a console die like that, right? Like, imagine if there's, like, this one game, like the Conduit. If you want to see a great playthrough on that, go to Kirby 1917's channel. He has a great playthrough of the Conduit, and he has some online footage.
Yeah.
But even like today, fuck that shit. You can't even record online footage anymore. It's sad, really, to see that. Like, oh, I want to play this game online, but I can't because it's no longer supported. There's been so many games before that. I mean, as much as I love like old games, I know that's the fate of all games sometimes.
Yeah, right? It's the way things have to be.
I mean, people still play Doom 2 online.
Right.
But that's a different thing. Because that's on PC. There's always something you can do on PC. But on consoles, it's different.
Yeah. In consoles, there's a lot more work you'd have to put into making online, like, into resurrecting the online.
And how are you gonna contact those millions of people who don't even use a PC?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, of course they use a PC, but I mean, like, they don't play the game on that PC platform. So how are you gonna try to call out to them like, hey, we found a way to play this old game online again?
You gotta go through a whole bunch of rigmarole to do it, but it's possible. I mean, you just gotta you just gotta count on them having access to double count on them having access to the internet, because pretty much everyone has a PC and or smartphone. So I just hope that the information finds its way to them somehow or other. But yeah,
sometimes it's so difficult to find information on stuff too. Right?
Oh man, finding information on stuff. Alright, I've got my thing. You go first, and then I'll have my bitch fest.
Like, I was thinking about finding information about this game online. For example, there's literally nowhere on the entire internet where you can find a full and complete drop list of all the enemies and what they drop and what the percentage chances are. Like, all the other RPGs, there's always some guy who just loaded it up into like a PC, and he checked the percentages of drop chances on items, right?
Yeah.
But for some people, like for some games, they're just so out of the zone, like nobody cares, that it never gets done. And then when you want to make an informative playthrough, I'm not saying this is the one, but
no,
when you try to do that, it's so hard because no one went before you. Same thing for like, oh, here's this great Japanese game that no one's ever translated, and my Japanese isn't proficient enough, or I have no proficiency at all. How am I supposed to play this game? And there's no single like thread even on a forum anywhere that even acknowledges the game exists, for that matter. That's frustrating. And that's now. Imagine what it was like in before 1990 when you were playing a TurboGrafx or a PC Engine game. You imported it. Like, you had to use books. Kids these days don't know, man. They just go to GameFAQs and they're like, God damn it, nobody made a GameFAQ. Oh, I'm mad. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, mine is not quite that, but a more recent thing that I'm having trouble doing is my phone is ancient and I need a new one. And alright, look for a new phone, pick out something that's good, and buy one. The problem is, I need to be sure that the LTE bands will be compatible with the service I can get here.
Oh my god, yeah.
So, it would stand to reason that I could look up the specs for the phone and find out what LTE bands are available. So it turns out for phones, depending on the region in which they're sold, the phone is going to come preloaded with different LTE bands available. That's a firmware thing. Apparently there are ways of getting around that by flashing it or going into, there's some really technical stuff you can do to modify it. But beyond that, if I were to just look up, okay, out of the box, which region of, which regional model will have the bands that I need, and researching that is hard. My Google Foo is not strong enough, because the resources I find have conflicting information about the LTE bands available on any particular version of the phone. For the US, I'm not going to use the US unlocked one, but that's the version that would be of interest to most of the viewership here. So one site will say, okay, yeah, the US unlocked version of the phone has this set of LTE bands. Another site will say the US unlock has some other set of LTE bands. Yeah, there's some overlap, but then there are some things where it doesn't match up at all. And it looks like my best option is going to be the international version of the phone, but the problem is still, different resources say different things about which LTE bands are available on it, and it's darn frustrating because I don't want to commit to a purchase decision without knowing if it'll be able to do what I need it to be able to do, and I can't get a straight answer from anything.
I used to work in an electronics store.
Yeah.
That sold cell phones. And let me tell you, it was in the center of Bruges, right?
Right.
So you had a lot of, tourists.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I lost my phone, I need a new phone. And you're like, oh, where are you from? And they're like, well, I'm from America, duh. And you're like, okay. And then you try to look for a phone for them, and they get super angry because you tell them, okay, you can't use this phone in America.
Yeah.
You're about to purchase a $600 phone, or Euro phone, and you won't be able to use it at home, and then you're going to be mad at me, from across the globe. I don't want that.
Yeah.
And I stopped them from buying it, and they're like, fine, we'll just go to another store where they will sell us that. It's like, fine, you deserve to get cucked.
I mean, yeah, for that, it's if you want to buy the phone, it's your money, it's your choice. But if you're giving them fair warning that, well, these are the facts, this is what'll happen, then yeah, I don't know what to tell, people like that. And that's what.
Because you got it different people as well.
And that's why I want to be super careful about this. Because, I've found fairly consistent information about what bands I need here in Japan. But the problem is looking for, which version of the phone has those bands available. Just, there's no consistency. Mm-hmm. And it's damn frustrating. So I'm trying to figure out, alright, well, what are my options here? Yeah, because I want to get an unlocked one and then go on and MVNO to save a lot of money. To save a lot of money. But the problem is just I can't be sure whether it'll have all the bands I need, and whether if something doesn't have all the bands I need, it'll still work well. So it's frustrating.
It's frustrating.
It's really frustrating because I don't want to have to go on to one of the major. I don't want to have to switch to a different major carrier. I don't want all of the bloatware. I don't want all of the just general scumminess of the major providers.
Yeah, I still use prepaid cards actually. People call me ancient and insane for using prepaid cards. Like, oh, but what happens if you end up without money and you can't call when you're in deep shit? Well, then I'll die. But at least I won't have given this stupid ass company my fucking money.
You'll be dead.
I'll be careful.
You'll be dead.
There's our Star Wars reference.
Yeah, we gotta get in one of those.
Did I tell you about that time I went to see Star Wars, the new one? What the fuck is it called? Not the Force Awakens. Yeah, Rogue One. So I went to Rogue One, and Pada Boo Boo, or whatever he's called, the butt face, shows up in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment, like, I had my trusty cohort with me, Tim, who's a real life friend. He's always played Jedi Academy with me, and we always play with the Buttface skin. And as soon as Buttface showed up, we were laughing like, oh, like we were so excited to see Buttface. Mm-hmm. And like all the people next to us in the cinema were like, what the fuck are these two goons laughing at? Like, who is this character? It's so like, what?
Fucking normies.
Yeah, normies, dude. Fuck off. Luckily, there's probably not a single normie watching this video.
I very much doubt anyone who watches this is a normie.
Well, at least he won't have made it this far into the video.
No,
I can tell you that. The second he heard my stupid ass voice, he was like, "Fuck this, Juan. I am out." Oh my god, what is like this video? It's like video games? No. She just fucked up.
All video games have 3 colors and are on my phone. And I make things in rows.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites, dude. You go have a drink with one of your real life, real Jew normie friends, and there's like the guy just tells this random ass girl, "Oh, my friend really likes video games," and then she's like, "Oh, I like video games too. I play Angry Birds all day," and you're like, "Fuck off, you whore." Shut your whore mouth. That's not a video game, you twat.
You're killing me here.
But it is true, right? Like, oh, I play video games. And then you pull out your 3DS and they're like, what the fuck kind of machine is that? Is that like a blood centrifuge? Some shit? Like, they don't know what the fuck it is. They're like scared. They're scared of the unknown. A very human and normie reaction.
See, personally, I haven't had those experiences. But that's because I try to hide my power level and not talk about video games around normies. Because
last time I went to like this barbecue with my friend, right?
Yeah.
I had my 3DS with me. I was playing my 3DS. This fucking dumbass bitch comes up to me. Oh, you mean to tell me adults play with that too? Oh, I work as a pediatrician, and all the kids have one of those, but I've never seen an old man play with one. Bro! It's like,
fucking normies.
Can you shut up?
Can you shut up? Yeah.
Look, stop talking.
Well, see, that's why. But that's me.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Cutscene first.
Yeah.
enter the new mechanic. The Mini Mary. And we need 6 coal. Fucking great. But anyways, do tell. What were you gonna say, Nick?
Yeah, wait, I got distracted watching the cutscene. What was I on about? Oh yeah, 3DS.
Yeah.
So yeah, normally I don't bring the 3DS with me when I go out anywhere, but if I'm riding on a train, then yeah, then I go nuts and play it on the train because it's normal here in Japan. No one bats an eye.
No, you see lots of adults.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like 50 plus.
I'll get stares for being a foreigner, but that's it.
Yeah.
And even that, I you know, like some people get super triggered by that, and I'm just like, yeah, all right, yeah. So I used to get a little triggered by it, but then I hardened the fuck up.
Look, all they're wondering is if American bigger penis.
God damn it!
So small.
Not when I'm drinking water. I know you can't see that I'm drinking water, and I gave no indication I intended to do so. But man, you're trying to kill me here. You really are.
Look, we gotta get in there and stop those kids from watching those Pokemon. Oh, Americans so big a penis. Japanese is so small.
Oh, this fucking
I don't
video.
believe it. What?
Oh god.
Yeah, this one will go down in history.
Yeah.
In the annals of history. You know what triggers me the most about people complaining about playing video games? It's mostly those guys who are like, oh, why waste your fucking time on a video game? Why don't you do something else with your life, huh? Yes, Mr. Mackey, you're absolutely fucking correct. But you're one of those sport goofs, you know what I mean? Like the sport buffs, they know what size of dick their favorite sporter has. Like they know everything about these fucking sporters, but don't you be playing those fucking video games. You're a gay. But I know what size dick my favorite sporter has, but I'm not gay, not at all. That's why I have 5 posters of it in my room. I fucking love it. The amount of memes they put in there. Pasta Machine is actually in the manga as well, by the way, if you guys were wondering. And Zoro just looks at him like, what the fuck? I love these two, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of a cool idea that, you know, they were all getting their own fruits, right? Even Khalifa had the soap fruit. Ah, Khalifa. I love how much damage Frankie is doing, it's crazy. that kick.
Ooh.
Oh, I love how when Kaku starts flying around in his giraffe form. It's so fucking insane to think about. Like, imagine if, like, in real life, a fucking giraffe jumped at you, like jumping midair, flying at 200 miles an hour.
It reminds me of that video you sent with Metal Gear. That's how I picture it.
Yeah, I actually put it in episode 3 of this Let's
Okay,
Play,
good.
so people saw it. And also Harry Mason carrying a baby.
Shaking a baby.
Yeah. Actually, you know the part where, like, the bottle breaks on top of the baby, like the kid?
Yeah.
Like the woman?
Yeah.
I actually put in the description that, like, like, something in the description was like, we watch a video about when a girl breaks a bottle of Tabasco on her own face. Or some shit. You can see description of episode 3, it's fucking dumb.
Reading video descriptions? What are you on about?
Look, I don't know. Alright. I didn't even know there were video descriptions.
I think it's a fever dream you had.
I must have imagined it all. My god. This is an exciting battle. I totally imagine Nami beating Lucci. Wow, that did a shit ton of damage. Holy fuck. I'll be honest, I did not expect that. It's been too long since I recorded this. I think this was recorded in, like, where was it, May or April?
That's quite a while.
What? Nothing compared to when some of the footage was recorded of our order Let's Plays. Let me tell you. But yeah, Nick, do explain. How does Usopp know about the fight?
That would just make things complicated.
We're not gonna talk about it here, right? I love that meme that it still exists. It's great. Here we can see exactly how overpowered Chopper is. When you take the Rumble Ball, it's out there, man. It's crazy. Guard point is so good. It does it automatically, by the way. Did you see the level of detail they put in there?
That's pretty good.
He has the logo of Enies Lobby on its back. But like the scars, right?
Yeah.
Good shit. I love it. This is one of my favorite fights in the game. Ah, yes. I love the detail. They even show it that he's only using one finger to do it. Like when the attack finishes, it shows him like recoiling with one finger. I love it. It's great. Rip. Let's get a move on, Luffy. Don't fuck it up, Luffy. Nope, nope.
私が言いたいのは、みんな叶えられる夢じゃなくて叶えたい夢を選んだってこと。叶えたい夢？さ、叶えられる夢じゃなくて叶えたい夢よ。何ができるかじゃなくて何をやりたいかが重要なの。そしてそのやりたいことができるように少しずつ自分を近づけていくのよ。
お前も自分にできることじゃなくて自分がやりたいことを考えろってことだ。
僕のやりたいことか。
I like how this game starts having moments of getting all deep and philosophical.
Yeah. It's out there.
Yeah.
It has its good.
It has its
It
moments.
has its good moments.
Yeah.
It really does. It's almost like different people developed different islands and what they were about to say in the cutscenes. I can only imagine to be so, right? Anyways,
Yeah.
that's about it for the first part of this island. And when I was just about to catch this huge-ass frog, I noticed my shit was broken. But that's for next episode. We'll see you guys then.
See ya.